Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump has been found guilty of sexual abuse towards E. Jean Carroll. Now, this is something that occurred back in the 90s. So, both of them would have been much younger at the time. So, the jury found Trump guilty and he must pay her $5 million in damages. So, this verdict just came today. So, Donald Trump sexually abused magazine writer E. Jean Carroll in the 1990s and then defamed her by branding her as a liar. Jurors decided Tuesday, which is today, dealing the former U.S. president a legal setback as he campaigns to retake office in 2024. The 9 member jury in Manhattan federal court awarded $5 million in compensatory and punitive damages, although the findings of abuse was enough to establish his liability for battery. The jury did not find him guilty of the R word. So the jury deliberated for just under 3 hours before rejecting Trump's denial that he assaulted Carroll to find him liable. So the jury of 6 men and 3 women were required to reach a unanimous verdict. Carroll held hands with her lawyer as the verdict was read. Trump was absent throughout the trial, which began on April 25th. Carroll, now 79 years old, testified during the civil trial that Trump, 76, abused her at Bergdorf Goodman department store dressing room in Manhattan in either 1995 or 1996, then harmed her reputation by writing in October 2022 post and on his Truth Social platform that her claims were a con job, a hoax, and a lie. President from 2017 to 2021. Trump is the front runner in opinion polls. I mean, he's leading in the polls. Now, that is something that I have spoken about in other videos. And right now, he is the strongest candidate out of the GOP presidential candidates. Okay, so, what happened in New York with the first trial, with he was really on trial there for his finances. And that didn't seem to sway the people from supporting him. In fact, he seemed to garner more support. We'll see what happens now that this guilty verdict has come out in this particular trial, if it will change people's mind or Trump will be stronger than ever, you know? So we'll see if it has any negative impact, is likely to be small. That's what some people are saying, and limited to suburban women or moderate Republicans. That's the opinion of the writer. And they're saying they believe even with this verdict, the support for Trump, him losing support will be minimal. He may lose some, but it won't be the majority, is what they're pretty much saying. Jurors were tasked with deciding whether Trump really did something to her or not. So Carol insists that something did happen in that dressing room. So any one of which would satisfy her claim of battery. They were separately asked if Trump defamed Carol because this is a civil case. Trump faces no criminal consequences. So she's just getting him civilly. She's not getting him on a criminal level. So Carol was seeking an unspecified monetary damages. Trump's legal team opted not to present a defense, gambling that the jurors would find Carol had failed to make a persuasive case. Well, that was not smart for his defense team to make that decision. I think they should have defended him legally. At least, even if he lost, at least they tried to fight it. But they opted not to fight this case? Wow. So anyway, let me move on. I did not know that. I'm learning this too. Trump had Carroll, a former Elle magazine columnist and a registered Democrat, made up the allegations to try to increase sales of her 2019 memoir and to hurt him politically. So this is a claim that Trump made. Because the case was in civil court, Carroll was required to establish what happened to her by the preponderance of the evidence, meaning more likely than not, rather than the higher standard used in criminal cases of proof evidence. Well, they sure didn't need all that proof and evidence when it was Bill Cosby, did they, in criminal court? That's amazing. But they need all this astronomical proof and evidence in order for her to go to criminal court. Uh, so, meaning more likely. So it was really what they were saying. It was more reasonable for her to go to civil court opposed to criminal court, where she would have had to provide more proof. That's all they're saying. So anyway, the former magazine writer, she said Trump kissed and groped her and put his hands up her skirt. All right. So this is another woman saying this. Her name is Jessica Leeds. And she said this happened on a flight in 1979. And another woman, Natasha Stoynoff, she said that Trump also did the same to her at a Mar-a-Lago club in Florida in 2005, and he forcibly kissed her until a butler came over and interrupted the assault. That's what she's claiming. So the juror also listened to excerpts from the 2005 Access Hollywood video, which Trump says that he grabs him by the P word. So historically, that's true with the stars. If you look over the last it's just what Trump was saying on that tape when he made that comment. And y'all remember that was even brought up during his first presidential run, and it didn't bear any impact. Trump ultimately ran the election and he won. And that was against Hillary Clinton. So anyway, Carroll's lawyer, Roberta Kaplan, told the jurors during closing arguments on Monday that the 2005 video was proof that Trump had assaulted Carroll and other women. The federal trial, presided over the U.S. District Court Judge Lewis Kaplan, who was not related to Carroll's lawyer, began on April 25th. Citing the uniqueness of a civil case against the former president, the judge decided that the names, addresses, and places of employment of the jurors would be kept secret. Yeah, no, what they don't want is for his supporters to find out who these people are, where they live, and then try to start harassing them. That's what they're trying to protect. It's pretty obvious. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure this is going to be big news. Anything like this on Donald Trump often really is. It ultimately becomes big news. But y'all tell me what you think about this video, you know? And again, he's not criminally charged. And we'll see how this will go. And I happen to believe that it'll be a minimal amount of people that will probably turn against Trump and not vote for him, but I think the majority of them, that are with him will remain with him throughout the entire presidential run that he's making for 2024. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.